Oh yeah. So like I tell you guys, the New York Predator Department will always do this show of force. And of course they got to send a sample, right? So I can say, oh, it's not racism and racist. Yes it is. See, let me educate you guys again. The fact that you have black people operating under a racist society, which you know the police force is racist as shit, right? And they violate your rights, it is a form of racism, even if it's a black person doing it in the capacity of being or working in an organization that is a racist organization, like the New York City Police Department, like police department all across America. Okay, right? Because remember, when New York City police officers are off duty and a crime is happening, they just can't go rolling out their gun talking about I'm a cop. We saw what happens when they do that. What happened? The white cops don't believe them and they get shot. Okay, so again, you gotta speak the truth. Like I said, they can tell their lies, but the truth will, like they said, set you free. And they may fight against the truth, but overall, they cannot overcome the truth because it's the truth. And eventually, because of their mindset, their personality, their racist mentality, will always show you who they are, the lies. And even, like I said, you remember you have Sambos and you have Sambinas, right? Who will do anything or who will use the same tactics and methods that the white racists do on the predator departments to advance their career, to get promotions, to get a raise. That's the mindset. So you gotta understand that. So when the Sambo in the predator department uniform comes out of the store, right, with a white piece of paper in his hand, it lets me know that they were the ones that were behind everything. Or not say they were behind, but they played a part in trying to set me up so they can what? Experiment on me? So that they can microchip me, or they have already microchipped me and then trying to manipulate me into making certain decisions to which they can try to blacklist me or not just say blacklist, but silence me or use it as a tool to hang over my head so that if I come forward and say this is what's happening, that, you know, but like I said, I will expose them. That is my purpose. So again, they don't understand why I keep exposing them, because in their sick minds, they think that because they're in a position of authority, they have a gun and a badge, they can take my life, they can arrest me, what have you, that somehow I'm supposed to be so scared to not speak the truth. Again, that's the mindset of psychopaths and sociopaths. That's the mindset of the dog tribe personality traits, right? And recently, go watch Dr. Rashad. As a matter of fact, it was today. You'll see that the police commissioners of the New York Predator Department, the Predator Police Commissioners, and their Predator officers engaging in abusing people, choking them, again, planting evidence and what have you, and they cover it up. They cover it up. Like I said, New York City is the only police department within the country, the nation, that had paid over $500 million to settle lawsuits based on the violation of people's rights. But you want to tell me that New York is not a racist state, right? Because it's liberal, because white people live close to you. But they're not sending their kids to your community when they gentrify your community or the community that you live in. They're not putting their kids in the school. Why? Because they don't want your kids to compete with their kids. They know that if they put their kids in the school that the kids are supposed to go to, in their own school. Now remember too, in states where you have black women putting their kids in better schools, even though they don't live in the school district, they're being prosecuted. But white people can move to a whole different area, not send their kids into their zone school that they're supposed to send their kids to. And what happens? They're not prosecuted. So again, I just want black people to understand and open up your eyes. Open your eyes. See the truth. Right? So the reason why they're in that store, because again, they have to hide themselves, right? And they have to engage in, the propaganda and the lies. And these are Arab people, so we know how racist they can be, even though I try to be cordial and speak the truth to them. But ultimately, racism against black people, particularly against black men, is what they have been brought up to believe in and trained to believe in. So when they come to America, like I said, the Hispanics used to run the bodegas, not anymore, right? The white people have said, you know what? We're gonna give the Arabs your position, right? We're gonna move them into your position, and we're gonna move you out. Again, I'm not kidding. Like I said, I don't speak the truth. I don't lie. I speak the truth. I don't say things that is not true. Okay? I don't. They do. They have to lie. Right? Remember, these people have built their whole society based on lies. Hijacking African history, claiming it as theirs, even though the evidence is right there in their face. They are literally covering shit up. Okay? And when you give them and show them the truth, they remain silent. They remain silent. Like I said, they will continue to make profit off of us as black people, off of our ancient civilization, off of our invention, our creation, until we wake up and realize what is going on. Until we get out of that bullshit religious mindset, or at least you can stay in the bullshit religious mindset, but understand that you need to know things, right? As much as you see Israel, they have nuclear weapons, they have people who are creating technology, spyware, Pegasus, which they install on my phone. These are highly religious people, right? These are religious people. Yet, they understand science. They have some of the leading scientists. They have some of the leading technologists. They have some of the, come on. But what we as black people are doing, what we are doing, just believing. Just believing. White people may not believe in religion as how they used to be, but guess what? Even when they believe in religion, they were still what? I showed you guys the Catholic Church, right? It was a priest that came up with the Big Bang Theory. But you already talk about, science is this and that and this and that. You're a bunch of dummies. You're a bunch of dummies. This is why countries in Africa are using jet fighters from the 1970s or 80s. Western civilization, they're on their 5th and 6th generation modern day fighters, jet fighters. Right? What are countries in Africa, what for black countries, what type of defense system do they have? Come on now. Stop being ridiculous, man. The red team. Stop being ridiculous. You gotta wake up. Wise up.